Hello all, myself Vishal Bulbule. I am a Google developer expert in cloud and AI, also a founder of TechTapture, which is an AI startup. So today we are working on a challenge. I just received an email from Google Cloud where the production systems are failing. This is the issue we have to fix. We have to analyze the log, we have to troubleshoot the issues, we have to find the root cause analysis, and we have to create a postmortem report. Along with that, we have to fix the issue. So instead of doing all these things manually, we are going to build AI DevOps teammate using an Antigravity, Google Cloud MCP Servers, and a Google Gemini. Let's go and see how we can build our AI DevOps teammates. Let's discuss about the issue first. So we are having the web server running on a Google Compute Engine, and on web servers we are having Apache application running. So currently users are not able to access the application, and you can see here users are getting error that they are not able to access the application. And this is the issue we have to troubleshoot, we have to find the logs, and we have to fix it. So we'll be using a Google Antigravity, Google Cloud MCP Servers, and a Google Gemini. So in MCP Servers, we'll be using two MCP servers here. First is a Google Cloud Logging MCP Servers, and second, we'll be using a Developer Knowledge MCP Servers. So I am in my Antigravity now. You can see here we are having a 3-dot screen, and we can click on MCP servers. You will see the MCP stores, and you will find the list of MCP servers available. So these all are remote MCP servers. So as we discussed, we need a 2 MCP server. First, we will use a Developer Knowledge MCP servers. So here you can see a Google Developer Knowledge MCP server. So this is built on a Google official documentation corpus. So I'll just click on it and install. So it will be installed in our Antigravity, and I'll refresh it, and I'll see what tools we are having. So here there are 3 tools. First, search document. Whenever we need to search through the Google official documentation, it will send a query and it will use a search document tools to go through the official documentation. Second, we are having answer query, and third, a get documents. So we'll be using these 3 tools along with the Google Developer Knowledge MCP servers. So let me go and connect to the another MCP servers, which is a Google Cloud Logging. So I'll install this as well. So here we are having a list log entries, list log names, get bucket, list buckets, get view, and list view. So these are 6 tools available. For now, I will enable all the tools. So whatever the required, agent will fetch that tools and use to debug and troubleshoot the issue. So let's refresh our MCP server list now and see if we can see the tools available. Okay, so now you can see the Google Cloud Login is available, and also a Google Developer Knowledge MCP server is available. So now I will go to the prompt. Okay, so we are giving the persona here, act as a DevOps engineer and help me to troubleshoot the issue. Then we are giving the issue description. So I am giving here users are not able to access the web server running on a compute engine, and I am giving the VM name. So VM name is the web server, and I am also giving the project name TT-Labs02. So I am just giving more details so it will not ask any follow-up question, and it's a best practice to give detailed information in your prompt so it will give a better response. So better the prompt, better the response and the reasoning you will expect from your agent. Also, I am giving some rules here. Please analyze the log, troubleshoot the issue using a Google Cloud Logging MCP servers. If needed, you can refer a Google Cloud official documentation. And also, I am giving one strict prompt that only recommend the fix. Do not make any changes without any confirmation. So it will only provide us a recommended fix or a solution, and it will not go and apply the fix in a production. And that's the human in the loop process we are providing. And also at the end, we are asking, find the root cause and prepare RCA and postmortem reports. So this is the whole prompt and instructions we are giving to the agent. So I'll just enter and see what our agent do in action. Now you can see it found the Google Cloud Logging MCP server, so it start analyzing the log, and it also found the Google Developer Knowledge MCP servers, so it should also have access to a Google official documentation. Now the standard process, first it is checking the logs. So it fetched the log and saved into output.txt in the temp directory, and it is now analyzing the log. So it is fetching few more logs. Now you can see it is checking the logs related to the firewalls and the instance configuration. So it will try to see all possible causes which can cause the issue. So it is checking the instance configuration, it is checking the firewall, and it is also checking the logs if any activity has been made in the project. Now you can see it is searching for official Google documentation. It found something in the logs and then it just validating against the Google official documentation. You can see here it is checking a G-Cloud compute instance add tags command. So it is just trying to see which is the G-Cloud command required to set up the firewall rules. Now you can see it created a RC report. Within just a couple of minutes, it created the whole RC report. We can just go through it first. So you can see the incident overview based on his analysis and the description we have provided. The web server on a compute instance is inaccessible, the project ID, affected resource it has given, and also it is giving the technical root cause. So the compute engine instance lost web traffic due to the missing network tags. So this is the RCA it found, and it did not only found in just the one liner, it dig down into the exact configuration. It dig down, there was an ingress rule, prod VPC allow HTTP on a port 80, and it lost its tags HTTP servers, and because of that the VM instance lost connectivity on a web server. So you can see here this email ID has misconfigured the tag which caused the whole outage on the web server. There was an impact and the logs also captured the traffic was denied in the logs. So it also provided all the log evidences which caused the tag modification, which caused the firewall denied traffic, and it also provided a recommended remediation. So as we said, do not fix the issue in production and only provide solution into the commands. Now we can see here it provided the commands, and we will validate it and execute the command, and we will see if it can fix our issue. You just accept the changes for the file and command to apply the fix. So I'll just go here, and it is asking for the confirmation. Either I can give the confirmation here or I can go and execute command by myself. So I'll just prefer the safer option. I'll just go and execute the command to fix the issue. So what it is doing, it is just adding the tags to my web servers. So you can see here it is adding 2 more tags, HTTP servers and HTTPS-servers. And after these tags, the issue should be fixed. But we will add the tags and then validate if the agent has provided the accurate fix. Now the tags are updated. So let's go back to the VM and just reload and see if we can access the web server now. And now you can see we access our web server. Whatever the fix provided by the Gemini is accurately worked, and our production issue is solved with a single just prompt. And finally, we fixed the issue. Let's summarize what we did. So I'll just go to IDE and just go one by one what we did. So initially, based on the issue description, so the prompt contains the detailed issue description. It provided the VM name, it provided the project name, and based on our description, it went to a Google Cloud logging MCP server first. It analyzed the log, it saved the log into a output.txt. After that, it just verified the multiple logs like Google VM configuration log, the cloud logging activity log, and also it checked the firewall logs. After that, it found a root cause analysis, and then it went to a Google official documentation using a developer knowledge MCP servers. It found some documentation and it created the recommended fix. So it gave accurate commands using the developer knowledge MCP servers, and at the end it created the RCA report and postmortem report. We also checked if the recommended fix is working, and we applied the recommended fix, and our web application it started working properly. And that's it, the challenge is completed. So based on the issue description, we just created one simple prompt, and we have provided the prompt to the Antigravity agent. Within Antigravity, Gemini used a Google Cloud logging MCP servers to analyze the log. After that, it went to the Google Knowledge MCP servers, where it just checked what are the commands required to fix the issue. I started using AI, not just like a chatbot, but I started interacting as the DevOps teammate. It's not only the summarization of the log. What impressed me, it took all the steps just like a senior DevOps engineer would do. Now you can integrate the MCP servers in your agentic workflow, and you can integrate completely with your infrastructure. It can take action on behalf of you, but you can have the controlled action, having the human in the loop in your workflow, and you can use all these MCP servers provided by a Google Cloud. I have added all the links in the description. You can check the links and try yourself.